All right, 2022 has been like it's been a pretty long year. At the start of 2022, I was unsure of everything. I wasn't sure if I was able to graduate. I wasn't sure if I was able to be actually here right now. I wasn't sure I would even be talking to other people. I wasn't even sure if there were so many things I was unsure of. Graduation, school, relationships, uh, what do you call this? I'm not sure if I should call it a business, but it's business. Business. Yeah, unsure of so many things, yet looking back at it, the year of 2022, I think it was when I found out about this man named Hamza, the bathrobe man, the bathrobes man. Because of him, like I started to double down, double down on regular exercise. Right? It's you know it's a work in progress, but double down in regular, consistent exercise. Something. It's like exercise I can do for the next 10 years. You know, and then I learned meditation from him as well, and I even joined like that online course he always kept talking about. It's called the Science of Well-Being. And yeah, I did a lot this year, but that's sort of like that's kind of the paradox. This year I started to establish like a social, like after I graduated I realized, oh no, I need to establish like a more present, you know present a more I started to establish more presence on I started to establish more online presence. That's what I'm trying to say. So I made like social media accounts, tested them, experimented, and you maybe, and perhaps at that time I asked, what content should I make? And I realized I've been making art and comics, like ever art presentable. Uh, let's scratch that. I've been making presentable art and comics for like the past 3 years. And I realized, oh yeah, that's my content, and I'm just putting it out right now. And seeing what sticks and what doesn't. And there's so many things I don't know. Like, at least with, I thought I was lost. I thought things are not super clear, but they're clearer than before. Like, you know, when I first started out college, I knew absolutely nothing. But by the end of college, I only know like maybe a quarter of what I need to know about this. Not just in college. In college, college is college. It's done. I've graduated. I'm just taking the boards now. Yeah. But nonetheless, I've practiced my art. I've mastered it. I haven't mastered it. Sorry, that's not the term. I've gotten good at it. That's the very least I can say. That's at least what I can confidently say, is that I got good at art. Confidently speaking. Not maybe, perhaps not confidently, but surely something like that. And I've made 3 comics. Currently, one is ongoing. So, yeah, I've got stuff, and problem is I don't know how to market them. So that's kind of the problem, and that's at first it was, oh my god, I don't know how to market. But I just solved like 2/3 of my problems. No, I've already solved 1/3 of my problem. I've got the thing. You know, my new problem is what makes that thing useful. What value can it provide? And by answering that, because I actually did answer that, so that's like 2/3. The last piece of the puzzle: how do I market it, and then how do I monetize it? That's it. That's it. Simple as that. I have to get back on track on that. And so yeah, I like instead of regretting not learning marketing and sales, I'm just gonna be learning marketing and sales now. And in fact, like I think the last week of December, I started to like learn marketing and sales, but it's only on like YouTube. And I went to this like global comics, and they were teaching marketing and sales about comics, which is, you know, kind of like the product I have. So yeah, everything's going in line. And again, going back, it's like I may not be knowledgeable about marketing and sales, but I've solved one half of the puzzle. You know, I've dealt with the art thing now. You know, all the philosophy behind it, the what do you call that? My insecurities, my thoughts, you know, those things have been solved. It's just the marketing and business stuff, basically. It's the business side that I just need to focus on right now. Because the art, like the personal art side, I've solved it. You know, I didn't do nothing in college for the past 4 years. I didn't just study medical technology. I studied art. And unfortunately, that sort of, you know, made me slow on other areas of life, but nonetheless, right now I have one less problem to solve. That's the very least it did for me. And then let's talk about relationships. Relationships, not just romantic, but friendship as well, camaraderie in general, acquaintances. This year, I just realized it's not that hard. Talking to people, as awkward as it is, so long as you have like purpose and intent, it's not so bad. You know, if you like a woman, just approach her and say you like her. You know, especially if she's someone you know and you've been like maybe fawning over her for a day or two, you know, make your peace now or regret in the future, you know. And another lesson I learned this year is when you want to do something, it's best to do it while you're young. You know, if you want to become a better basketball player, do it while you're young. You want to become a great artist, do it while you're young. Want to be a great businessman, do it while you're young. That's the best time to do something. However, if you maybe you've gotten old like me, there is a second best time, actually. So if the first best time to do something is when you're young, the second best time to do something is right now. And that's kind of what I did. A few months back, there was this like cosplay contest, and you know, oh my god, I'm a bit too old. I'm like 23. I just turned 23. I realized, you know what? Let's just do this now. I might never get to do this again. And I did it. I made like a cosplay. And it was pretty, you know, eye-opening. And I liked it. And so, that's pretty nice. So, getting back on track, let me look at my journal for a moment. So yeah, comics, my art, finding value in that. How do I capture that value? How do I, you know, how do I give it back to others? And so that's kind of like the game plan at the moment. See what is valuable, process it, and then market it. At least at this time, you know, I'm just gonna be doing things like for free because I've got I've got jack shit yet. Well, it's not necessarily jack shit, but it's, how would you say this, unprocessed. It needs to be refined. Needs to be given what do you call this? More stuff. Not more stuff, but it needs to be defined better. You know, not just timey-wimey things. But yeah, I'm gonna do something on YouTube. That's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna make another channel. Actually, not necessarily make, but refurbish one of my old channels and make YouTube videos like seriously. Because because I've been trying to make YouTube videos even since last year, and that was already like half of the year. I was making YouTube videos, but I realized, at least, as of late, I was only half-assing everything. My YouTube was half-assed, and I need to stop that. At least here in Birch Tree 69, this is basically like my personal channel. I can talk however I want. No one's even gonna watch these, very much so. But you're gonna look back on this, me, you, as of this day. This is like a time capsule for us to look back upon. So yeah. So the game plan is oh god, it's like 10 minutes, almost 11. Jesus. Game plan. Get serious on YouTube. We'll make better videos regarding stuff that we do. So we're talking art and comics, and with like AI and whatnot that's happening to us. How do I, what do you call this, get something out of that? How do I redefine? How can we redefine art and comics? That's kind of what I'm gonna try and do. And try to, impart things that I know to others, because another lesson I learned is that the best teachers are those that are one step ahead of you. If you're getting advice from like a millionaire and you're broke, that's cool and all, but he's a millionaire. He has no idea what the fuck being broke means. But if you get a guy, who's making $100 a day, that's like that's kind of big, but still, making bucks 100 a day, and you're in a position that you're broke, then that's kind of doable. It's the first step. He's just one step ahead of you, and it's like easy to understand the knowledge because he's only one step ahead. He's not 1,000 steps ahead. He's not a fucking millionaire. He's just a guy making $100 an hour, and that's kind of what I'm trying to become. I'm gonna be like the guy who's only one step ahead of you, because at least we're closer that way. When we're one step ahead or one step behind from each other, it's easier to help and it's easier to follow. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm gonna do with everything I've learned from art, whether it's the technical skills and the philosophical skills. As for my crafts, because I do also do cosplay, as I have just mentioned beforehand, and I do also electronics, but I do electronics quite seldom. But very, what do you call this? Step by step, in a way where, I may not be doing electronics for a few weeks at a time, but it's easy to jump right back in and just follow the steps. So yeah, my art, comics, cosplay, and electronics. Comics and art, they kind of like bunched in a little bit, but it's divided. My art is divided into illustrations and comics. I've got cosplay, which is specifically cardboard. For some reason, I like to do just cardboard, so I can focus on that. And I have my electronics, which is focused on analog signals. So we're talking music, we're talking light, we're talking motion. So analog signals, cardboard crafting, and under art illustrations and comics. All right, I've defined things now. So yeah, again, the problem we need to solve at the moment to get back on track is, how do we, yes, I'm talking to myself, how do we make them, what do you call this, communicable, not necessarily valuable. They're already valuable. The value is already there. The instruction, the technicality, the philosophies behind it. We just need to extract that. And the problem now is, how do we communicate it? So we can communicate it through video. You can communicate it through writing. And so, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing the Danco. Danco, right? We did accept like the 7-day writer challenge. Oh god. But yeah, we're gonna teach ourselves how to write, because by knowing how to write, we're able to communicate. We're able to better communicate. and by doing that, we're able to better communicate the value we have extracted from our illustrations and comics under art, our cardboard crafting, cosplay, and our electronics. We're able to siphon the valuable information and communicate that through writing. Yes, and through writing, we can create better scripts for YouTube, better maybe posts on Facebook. But no one really reads on Facebook, unfortunately. But on Twitter, everyone reads. So Twitter might be a good writing platform. And on Instagram, it's more on like quotes very fast. So we just have to condense, aka summarize what we wrote down. Alright. Communication. Fuck. That's all we needed. Communicate. We need to better communicate. And how do we better communicate? We better communicate by solidifying our ideas down, and that can be done through writing. And another way to better communicate is to better present. Alright. Communication is key. That's the communication we kind of need to do. Alright. So let's summarize it for a moment. So what we need to do is marketing, basically creating connections to create communication. And how do we get these things solid? We need to get these things solid by writing them down. We've already been practicing writing. We just need to write in a specific way that it becomes flexible. Our ideas become solid, and ideas can be compressed and summarized, for like short format type stuff, and expounded in a presentable manner, such as creating blogs or creating YouTube videos. Presentability and coherency and solidification of things. Alright, that's good. That's pretty good. Alright, we're getting somewhere. This is great, man. This is great. Alright. So what now? At the moment, I'm just gonna be like uploading the things I haven't uploaded. I've got some videos in my computer. They're not great videos, but might as well post them on this channel because I already did them. And what's it gonna do? It's not gonna hurt anyone, but at least I can like look back on it any time of the day. Just hop onto YouTube and see how cringe my videos are, even until this day, and see my mistakes and everything. So everything will be, at least, the very least, if for some miracle someone finds this channel, for some reason someone finds this channel and sees the videos I'm making at the moment, then yeah, alright, they can at least judge it and I can get feedback. Negative, positive, I don't care. I just need feedback, So yeah. Alright, that's pretty good. And as for this new channel I'm making, I'm gonna be doing like, I'm gonna do like, make the 5 videos first, and then upload weekly after that. That's kind of what I'm gonna do. And so for this month, I'm gonna be uploading, again, like my miscellaneous videos I made back in the day that I haven't posted for some reason. And while doing that, write down what I need to write down. Yeah. But I'm not gonna be like pushing very hard at the moment, because at the moment I'm studying for the boards, so it's gonna be very slow. Maybe around second half of March I'm gonna push things. I gotta allocate my time wisely here. I don't wanna retake the fucking boards. So yeah, that's about it. We're getting back on track, baby. We're getting back on track.